All right, I admit I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm tired of the corruption stories. I'm tired of hearing about Hunter's laptop. I'm tired of hearing about who's corrupted here and who got paid off there. And again, I don't think things are going to change. I know the media loves this stuff, and I admit, when I go on Fox News, there's always a story or two or 10 in regards to these things. I'm going to share with you a story. I'm going to share with you a story. This is again decades ago. This is when I was fortunate enough to go to school in Italy, in Florence, Italy, for a while. And one of my favorite professors there, his name was Giorgio Natalici. Never forget him. He was teaching about the nuances of the European Union and the Maastricht Treaty and all that good stuff that I was learning at that point in time. Now, I found it fascinating. Because I read in the papers every single day there in Italy, and one scandal after another. At that point in time, there was a new political party that's now a powerful political party in Italy. La Lega, and the purpose of La Lega was they wanted to divide Italy up into different pieces, wanted to break up the country. And they're saying, okay, we here in the north, we're paying all the taxes and the money is going to the south and all of this stuff. And it was fascinating. It really was. But it was just the political scandals that would happen on a regular basis. And I found it interesting. I was talking to my professor one time. We had a nice little cafe at my school down there and having an espresso and discussing with him. I said, I don't get it. None of these scandals, all these things, they don't seem to bother anybody. And professor's like, he's like, Chris, you got to understand Italians here. As long as they've got, food on the table and nice shoes on, they don't. They're used to it by now. And in my opinion, that's kind of like how we become here. We've become used to it. I, for one, disgusted by, the pay for play stuff that goes on and, whether or not Joe Biden is corrupted and money from China and Ukraine and all, we know all of this. In fact, we should probably expect all of this to happen. I know you're going to have investigations and Jim Jordan is going to do that. What is going to come of all this? Nothing. Zip, zero, zilch, nada. And who's that on? Who should we blame for all of these scandals and what takes place? Is ourselves. Take a good hard look in the mirror. Take a good hard look at the choices that we make when it comes to the people that we decide. We decide to go represent us. One politician after another, lifetime politician after another, after another, after another. I said it here on the program, and I got some blowback from some of the listeners. I said, Biden and the Biden family, small potatoes. Small potatoes compared to, the Clintons. And, I don't care. The Clintons. The Trump family. I'm sorry, you super Trumpsters out there. Do you know that Chelsea, Ivanka Trump's husband, Jared Kushner. And I couldn't believe Donald Trump put him into the position of power that he did. Again, I knew bad stuff was going to happen. Stuff was going to go downhill because he put Jared frickin' Kushner into power. You ever take a look at this guy's business acumen, his record? It's pathetic. It's godforsaken awful. Anybody find it slightly interesting that Jared Kushner got $2 billion for his new fund from the Saudi government? $2 billion. I mean, think about that for a second. That's real money. Chris Christie actually pointed that out yesterday. here. I pointed out Jared Kushner and what a scary individual he is. And again, the type of power that he gave to this guy, it boggles the mind. I mean, you could take a look at the Clinton Global Initiative. That whole thing blew up but quick as soon as Hillary was out. I mean, for crying out loud, all these people giving money because they had access to Bill and Hillary Clinton, Secretary of State. They thought she was going to be president, for crying out loud. Why do you think they were able to absorb all this money? Washington, D.C. is scandals. It's payoffs. It's the freaking mafia, for crying out loud. It operates the same bloody way. It's a racket. And they all protect one another, for crying out loud. I mean, yelling and screaming about the watchdog on Wall Street, axis of evil. Big business, politicians, the mainstream media, for what, 20 years now? 20 years. And what do? Bunch of morons going in there. I'm going to vote for the same guy. I'm voting for the elephant. I'm voting for the donkey. Wake the hell up. Chelsea Clinton. Let's talk about Chelsea. Chelsea Clinton graduates from Stanford. She gets a no-show job at NBC to be some sort of reporter or something like that. I guess she put one piece on. She got a no-show job there. Her husband, Mark Mavinsky, his father was married, I think, a former representative from Michigan. He went to jail for all sorts of financial crimes and fraud. Magically, Mark Mavinsky decides to start a hedge fund up. Again, he's married to Chelsea Clinton. Bill makes a few frickin' phone calls. Hey, my son-in-law needs money to start up his investment fund. Money flows in from all of these different places. He F's the thing all up. It loses 90% of its value, and away we go. I could go on all day. John Corzine, that's at the helm. Yeah, former head of Goldman Sachs, senator from New Jersey, governor of New Jersey, behind the biggest financial blow-up, one of the biggest financial blow-ups in our country's history, MF Global. Lands on his feet. He's running money again. People, again, unless we decide we're going to start making some changes in who we decide to vote for, things are not going to change. And I took a look. You had an announcement of two new candidates yesterday on the Republican side. You got Chris Christie, and I do think that Chris Christie is in the race because I think he's basically playing an attack dog against Donald Trump. I didn't like the fact that then during his announcement there, he talked about other pretenders that are out there. Mike Pence is an honorable individual, but again, he's been in politics for too damn long, quite frankly, in my humble opinion. I don't like long-term politicians. Could he be an asset to the Republican Party with an administration? Absolutely. Yesterday you had, who else? You had Doug Burgum. Again, he's governor of North Dakota. Why don't you take a look at his record? People are going to say right off the bat, he can't win, no name recognition. You want to compare his track record? Compare his track record to Donald Trump, okay? To his business acumen. The stuff that he did in his career, for crying out loud. Great Plains Software. $1 billion company out of North Dakota. It can't be done. Can't attract talent to North Dakota. $1 billion company. You don't see him strewn with a zillion different bankruptcies like your buddy Donald Trump. Okay? Billionaire. Very successful. Take a look at the things he wants to do and how he wants to rebuild his economy. These are the people we need to be looking for. Vivek Ramaswamy. Oh, no, he can't win. The reason why these guys can't win, and we talked about this yesterday, is the way the media covers them. You have to pay closer attention. If the elephants are smart, well, if the party is smart, I don't know. I'm kind of hopeful. You've got some very talented people that are looking to run for the presidency right now. Why don't you put it together like the frickin' dream team? Remember the dream team from basketball? Remember that? Barcelona Olympics. What year was that? Was it 96? I think maybe 96. I don't know. That was when they allowed professionals back into the Olympics. Now, I disagreed with that wholeheartedly. But the thing was, well, we keep getting United States, we keep getting our ass kicked because, other countries are sending their professionals and we're not. Okay, so they put together this dream team, and the story around it is kind of amazing. And Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, it was insane. Okay, it was absolutely insane, and they beat the living hell out of everybody. And actually, if you ever get to watch a documentary behind that, there was, a scrimmage that took place that they say the players involved, because it was an inter-squad scrimmage at Dream Team. They said it was the greatest basketball games of all time that nobody ever saw. But anyway, neither here nor there. Bring all this talent together. We've got to get somebody that can bring everybody together. And I would run as a team. I'm saying, you know what? I win. This person is going to be my Secretary of Defense. This person is going to be in charge of this. Work together, run as a team. Obviously, with a point person. But then people can see the competence that you're putting behind. Well, you get this crap, the Biden administration. It's a bunch of freaking political appointees. Jennifer Granholm, Mayor Pete. These people aren't competent. Run with a plan and how you're going to make things better. Again, don't go at it with, who's going to be the best on TV with the best zingers? Do you understand how stupid that is? Would you hire somebody for your business based upon how much of a wise ass they are? Would you do it? I certainly wouldn't. I want to look to hire the most competent. The reason why we have all these problems in this country is we don't. We hire incompetent people that can game the system. Again, another big thing, you want to solve this frickin' problem with all this corruption. It's simple. It really is. It's frickin' term limits. It's term limits. By design, bureaucracies will be corrupted over time. When Rome was a republic, they understood this. One term, you're done. Okay? That was it. Okay, you have to get in and out. And I'm not just talking term limits I'm talking termed out of Washington. Okay? We've got so many bloody competent people here in this country that would love to go and serve. Love to go and serve, but can't take their entire 20, 30 years off to get to that position. Oh, I know Donald Trump did it in no time. Give me a freaking break. Okay? Give me a break. Termed out of Washington. Get in, get out. And that's it. We got too much involved there. You're able to entrench your power and use it. But again, it also comes down, like I said before, to you and I and who we decide to vote for. Like I said, Robert F. Kennedy, I'm considering him as well. And again, I guess the White House is nervous about that on the donkey side. Listen to what he has to say. Oh, I know they're putting him out as some conspiracy theorist and all this. No. He's saying a lot of the things that we all think, but are afraid to. Viable guy. Certainly better than freaking Joe Biden. Career politician, never done anything in his entire life except be a politician. Anyway, as I go off on a rant today, getting hot and bothered. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.